I recently bought a 2006 Honda Civic without an AUX port, and rather than spending $135 on the OEM AUX port that Honda supplies, I went online and saw if I could make one myself, and I did end up doing it, but the information was very hard to come by, which is why I made this video. So, first thing you're going to need to do is to get rid of this if it's a manual. If it's an automatic, you have to flip this switch up, press that button in and shift it into neutral, and then that'll allow you to take the second part off. But for this part just comes off for the manual, and then you have to screw this off, which I've already done. And then the second part, there's just sort of latches all around. You just gotta kind of dig in under it and it'll just pop off. And then that white plug is what you want to get at. So once you have that exposed, you're going to want to get an AUX cord and strip it. So pretty much every AUX cord has 3 cords, the 2 speakers left and right, and the ground wire. So you're going to want to, the ground wire is already stripped, but you're going to want to strip the 2 speaker wires and then solder all 3 of these onto pins that are going to go into that connector. And the pin thickness is roughly the thickness of pencil lead for a 0.5 millimeter pencil. I used copper. I'm sure you can use other stuff, but I just found some copper wire around my house, but I'm sure you can get it at Home Depot or whatever. So there's 6 pins starting from left to right. The first 2 pins are the 2 speakers. The third pin is where the ground wire goes. So that's all your AUX cord plugins go into the first 3. The fourth cord, or the fourth pin, doesn't do anything. You just leave it empty. And then 5 and 6 have to be connected together using a piece of wire bent in a U. Don't ask me why. I didn't really figure out why. I just did what the forum told me to do, and it worked. And so for the manual, for the manual cars, you can just feed the wire through where that button goes, but for the automatic cars, you're going to have to drill a hole somewhere in there to feed the wire through. And yeah, so that's about all there is to it. Once again, on this plug, if I can get it to focus, left to right is the 2 speakers for 1 and 2, the ground wire for 3, 4 doesn't do anything, and 5 and 6 have to be connected together. And then as soon as you hook all that up and put everything back together, when you press the CD/AUX button twice, you'll get AUX, but or auxiliary, but if you haven't done any of this yet and that plug is just there, it won't go into AUX. So I don't think I can show you the sound quality while I'm filming, but I've tried it out and it's just as good as radio and everything else. It's actually better because there's no static. But yeah. And also, if you want to buy an auxiliary extension cord, such as this one, you can take this plug and do the same thing as this, but connect this somewhere on the dashboard, or even here where I've put this one through, and you can have an actual auxiliary plug. But I would always have a cord there anyway, so I just hooked a cord directly into it. But anyways, yeah, if your car didn't have auxiliary 2006 to 2009 Honda Civic and you want an AUX cord for your phone, that's how you do it.